How's it slouching, boys, girls, and toasters? I'm Gus, and I'll be your host for today. I'm here with my two guests, McLaren
Oh, hi.
and Hale.
It's poppin'.
We're here to talk about life, just kind of in general. We're going to give a couple of tips and advice on how to grow yourself if you're not quite there yet. Kind of what it means to be a person, because some people haven't quite grasped that yet, and if you do, sometimes it's good to hear other people talk about it, so you know that you have it, at least in kind of a uniform way, or you can think about it however you want, because whatever, dude.
Yeah, but I just like to say we're not experts on this at all. We don't know how this works. We're just trying our best like everybody else.
Yeah.
We're not experts. We're just here to help.
I mean,
Growing together.
Yeah.
Yeah, growing together.
Growing together, dude. I mean, everybody's learning, so, we're all figuring this out at the same time. I just want you to hear what we have to think, because we do, okay? If you listen to this, so.
You just made a kissy face.
If you listen to this, have a big smooch. Go to a mirror, find the nearest reflective surface, and just mwah.
Just give it a big old kiss, because
Big old
you
kiss.
deserve that
Yeah,
affection.
and tell your mom.
Yeah.
Tell your mom that you love her.
That's very true. Respect your parents, guys.
And your grandparents.
They're getting you they're getting you there, okay? Respect it. And yeah. So I think we're gonna start off with stories. Stories have a very big impact on who we are as people, whether it be fairy tales, stories you're told as a kid to behave, or just something that your family tells you to make you grow and understand yourself. Help you learn, help you get bigger, grow up, all that. So I'm gonna start with Hale. Do you have any stories that your family has told you?
Not specifically my family, but I guess some from my family, but not of my family. And they very much believe in paying it forward, which is basically do good things, don't expect anything back, and you might get something back.
So karma.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's like my whole philosophy. And I know I definitely got that from my dad and his dad, and his granddad, possibly his dad. That just do good things, man. How much does it hurt to really just go up to your local janitor and be like, you're doing a great job,
That shouldn't hurt unless your janitor is doing something incredibly stupid. Be safe, janitors.
Yeah, janitors, be safe.
National message to all janitors: please be safe. Your job is very dangerous, and we just wanted to let you know that we appreciate.
Yeah, and you're also doing good work.
Honestly,
you're doing such a good job.
Places with janitors are just better because
they clean.
Everything's
and it's not dirty.
Yes, I love that. I love walking around somewhere and it's not trashed.
Have you ever just passed by a janitor and when you say hi, they just brighten up? Always brighten someone's day.
It never hurts to be nice. Unless someone's being mean to you, then you're gonna be like, just pretend you're nice because.
Be nice to them back, because maybe they need it, right? And then you both can grow together.
Yeah.
It's the name, dude. Growing together.
I'm gonna say it as many times as possible.
You don't have to.
I mean, it fits.
I guess it does.
If the shoe fits, put it on your head.
Sure.
Moving on.
McLaren, are there any stories that your family's told you?
I mean, like just like the normal stuff, like Santa Claus, like Easter Bunny, that kind of stuff. But I watched a lot of movies when I was younger. Like my dad showed me a lot of movies and a lot of cartoons, and I feel like that definitely affected how I grew up.
Don't reach for your phone. That's a sin. Anyways.
I didn't do anything. It was Hale.
I know.
Specified. People can't see this.
Oh, my bad. In case you
I
weren't,
stopped myself.
watching the film in which we don't have Hale reach for his phone and then stopped himself, and everyone turned to look at him because he's a goon. But that's okay because he's a great goon that everyone appreciates. So.
And me not grabbing my phone, I grew up.
You did. You grew.
You learned the lesson and you grew.
All right, McLaren, do you wanna continue with that?
Like what about it specifically?
Mostly just a quick recap. I wasn't paying attention because Hale reached for his phone. Please forgive me. I did not grow.
Yeah, you shrunk.
But you're growing by telling a story again.
How did those stories of Santa Claus and such help you?
I mean, they're just like for everybody. I feel like they give you a sense of imagination, some more than others, maybe. But as you grow up, spoiler if you didn't know, they aren't real.
What?
Yeah. I'm glad I took that happiness away from you.
Wow,
Anyways.
that is really.
That is
something.
not grow. That is totally not grow.
All right, we really need to tone this down a little bit. This isn't funny to anyone besides us.
Well, you can just edit it out.
No, he can't. It's funny. All right. It's the best parts of this. All right, continue.
Yeah, but like, you know, when you get older, and you find out these things are real, it kind of just affects how you see the world. Like, it seems a little bit more empty. Like, there's nothing extraordinary in it anymore. And you know, that's like one of the suckier parts of growing up, I think, personally. But you know, that just inspires me to maybe try and like create cool stories with my friends and like do a bunch of cool things to make my life more exciting for me personally.
That's true. There's a couple things in life that just genuinely stuck about growing up. There's learning that all your childhood dreams, 9 times out of 10, aren't true in taxes, but that's not the point of this, so we'll just skip
Oh,
on past
and
that.
also knowing that you're not going to grow past 5'4".
Also, joint pain. You know when you go through growth spurt and you get that joint pain?
No, I don't know that.
Just for the audience, because there's no camera, McLaren's short, and
I'm short compared.
to
I'm 50th percentile.
okay.
Like, I'm
well,
average height, but I want to be taller.
Rest in pieces.
Pray for me.
No. Anyways. Yeah, you know, just let the stories your family tell you evolve you. When I was a kid, there was something that every member of my family did as a child. So we'd go out camping a little north of where we live, probably about an hour, and it's Wexford County Park, right? And we'd go, and every night at about 1 in the morning, they'd tell the story of the Wexford County Dogman, of how he would go every 7 years and kill or injure, maim, or terrify people around the countryside. Now, anyone with rational thinking realizes that, oh, this is probably fake, or if it's not, the odds of it being, you know, now isn't really a big deal, because it's not. And excuse me, the youngest would always get to sleep in the tent that time. So I guess it was almost a rite of passage, but you took it, and then you either came out of it terrified, and then next year you did it again until you weren't, or you would come out of it stronger, braver, and I won't say smarter, because I definitely didn't get smarter from that, but I got braver from that. So
Real.
I did. And I guess it's important to recognize that stories have meaning past their face value a good portion of the time. Not trying to be your English teacher here, but like, you know, it does. Think about the deeper meaning behind everything, because the chances are there's something. Except when it's time to take something at face value, then don't look into the deeper meaning. Don't do that. Don't do that if it's simple. Hale has reached for his phone officially.
Hale grabbed his phone.
All right,
Hale.
He's opening it.
All right.
Um.
All right.
So, well, Hale's doing whatever he wants to do. I'm sure he is. A wonderful idea. We're gonna go on to the next subject here, and that's the value of yourself, right? Because everyone is worth something, right? Everybody's worth, actually, that something is quite a lot, because whether you believe it or not, or you think of it yourself or not, there's always someone out there who cares for you. It might be someone you don't know. It might be someone across an ocean who's thinking of, wow, dude, like, I really hope that person's all right. Like, you know, like there's people out here who care for you, whether you know it or not. And it's important to recognize that, because without it, you know, how are you gonna feel? You're not gonna feel good about yourself if you don't recognize that you're loved and you're cared for. Because human life is valuable, very, very valuable. Let's get started on that for a little bit. Hale, what's your thoughts on the value of human life?
I mean, it's valuable, but also, in the whole scheme of things, is it really that valuable, right? Because in 100 years, I'm not going to be around, so is my life really worth it in 100 years? Obviously it is, because I'll have passed something down, but it doesn't retain the same value over time.
I suppose. I'd have to disagree a little bit, because I feel like as you get older, you grow more knowledge to give on to other people, which in turn makes them more valuable, which in turn makes you more valuable. You see?
And it makes you.
For anybody who doesn't have a camera, which is everyone, I just tapped the side of my forehead because I was thinking big. McLaren, you got any thoughts?
I see where Hale is coming from, but like, you know, in movies and like everything, like we're raised to believe there is nothing more valuable than a human life, and I do think that's true.
Yeah.
In my conscious thoughts, but like I strongly believe that you never really know until you're in a situation where you have to choose between like a human life and something else that is considered valuable. And I just, you know, you never really know until you're in that situation, but you can always think that you would choose this, but then you'd be like, no, that's kind of maybe a little bit better in this situation. It just really depends on where you're at and what you're doing.
I think life is the most valuable thing. Like, people pass. They do. And it's very terrible and it's very unfortunate. But for a time that you are here, you should be your top priority. And people should be your priority. Because that's the point. You're supposed to live your life and enjoy it because you got one life here on Earth, whatever you believe. Actually, almost whatever you believe, excuse me. And you gotta live it however you want. It's your life, live it however you wanna. So, make sure you enjoy it. And your life is valuable. Yeah, I mean, it just is. Anything anybody else want to add on the subject before we find something else to talk about?
Yeah. So as you grow up, you have different value. I didn't mean you had any less or more value when I said it before. I mean you have different value because like a 50-year-old man and a 20-year-old man aren't gonna have the same value.
Well,
right? They may be just as worth it to someone else, but if for being progressive and to carry on a new age, I feel like a 20-year-old is more valuable. But to teach about the old age and say why we need to grow, I feel like the 50-year-old, you know?
all right. So,
It's different.
but what I think you're trying to say is they're just as valuable, just in different ways.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Again, it's like the situation.
Situation, yeah. But everybody does have value in something.
Yeah.
No matter.
Because
who you are.
survivalist Bear Grylls and
Music
Me?
is not Billy Ray Cyrus. I mean, it's just stuff like that. I'm gonna cut that out. Anyways.
but basically,
It's
completely
okay.
maxed out the speakers.
We're growing.
We are
like
growing.
Bear Grylls is more useful in the survival scenario than I am. So I would choose Bear Grylls over me if I was in a survival scenario. In that situation, he would be more valuable.
I suppose that's true.
You know,
So,
let's all
because
develop.
this is just as important as the value of a human life. What do you guys like on your pizza? This is like this is a general census for the world. If you're speaking for the world, what do you think is the most
pepperon.
Pepperoni is the most important thing to have on pizza?
No, obviously cheese and bread and tomato sauce.
Yes, but like what are the universal toppings? If pizza could only come one way for the entire world, how would you have it?
Okay, well, I wouldn't choose pepperoni because that would be insensitive because some people can't have pork. And cheese together. It's not halal. Maybe I just cut that out. Cut that out.
No, it's staying.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, I would just choose, like, cheese, right?
Just plain Jane cheese pizza guy?
Yeah, because if someone is like, I can't eat meat, then, like, that's chill. Alright, I'm just gonna choose pizza. If someone's like, I love meat, well, you can still eat it, can't you? And they'll be like, alright. And they eat it.
I mean, thanks. McLaren, what are your thoughts on toppings? Don't you
Hawaiian.
dare say just cheese.
Now, I personally, I believe the most superior, like the best topping you can put on
Okay,
pizza.
good rephrasing choice. Anyways,
Sorry for my bad grammar. I'm not taking an English class this try. But I do feel like the best topping, personally, is black olives.
Green bell peppers, sorry.
No.
they're not bad.
What I will absolutely not tolerate on my pizza, though, is like mushrooms and anchovies and like gross stuff like that.
What?
I will not tolerate mushrooms. That's a fungus. I'm not gonna put that in my body.
Wow.
What do you mean?
Guys,
It's
you guys aren't fun. I'm gonna tell you that. Like, what about taking risks and changing
Mushrooms
the
are
person for the
great.
better? Mushrooms are amazing.
I'll take a risk
Put
by
that
bungee jumping. I'm
mushrooms.
not gonna eat mushrooms.
mushrooms are closer, like they're in between the two, right? So I don't see why you wouldn't eat it. It's not like it's gonna poison you.
Because I can have black olives and not put a fungus in my body.
All right, you know
It's
what?
dead.
It's not good. I've had
so
mushrooms.
good.
This isn't coming out of the fact that I just think it's gross because it's a fungus. I've had mushrooms. They're nasty.
They add a nice texture, even if they don't add much
They
flavor.
don't.
Plus, they don't taste nasty. All right, if you
They do.
If you cook them in the right way, they
No.
taste real good.
I wouldn't put that in my body. No
You,
matter
you
what.
put a little
They're-
saute on it.
Okay.
You season it. It's
they're
great.
Gross.
All right.
I think you're gross. No, Jake.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
all right.
This is getting heated. I
Yeah.
can tell by the sound bites.
Let's,
So
You
let's grow.
started this.
I did, and I don't regret
go.
it. But I just think it was too aggressive.
Let's just leave. I'm done. No.
Yeah, let's grow out.
Yeah, let's grow out of this podcast.
So
I'm starting my own podcast, Ethan.
Yeah, we're gonna call it Grow Down together.
okay, so
What just happened?
it's a long story. I personally, just to stir the pot, I think that people should eat their pepperoni, eat their pizza with mushrooms, garlic, ham, bacon, and pineapple on it.
A pineapple.
Pineapple. I'm a fan. I like it. It adds like a
I prefer
tangy
corn, but yeah.
Controversial opinion. Not a fan of bacon.
Duh!
I'm not. You guys should know
Sorry.
this about me. I'm not. It's like not the deal for me. Like
I don't think it's the deal, but it's fantastic.
All right. Here's
I
a
wouldn't
good
eat it.
What do you guys feel about like this stereotypical like being proud of your country? Do you think you deserve to be proud of your country because of where you're from? Like,
Yeah.
do you think you should be proud to be an American because you were born in America? Or like
No.
I love bacon because it's great, and also it's patriotic to like bacon because that's a stereotypical
I
thing.
think
to
I'm-
that's stupid. There's no one thing for an American.
Well, then why do you like fireworks on the 4th of July? Because it's the thing you do.
It's tradition, but some people don't like fireworks. We have like vets that can't be around fireworks, and they still
And
love their
dogs.
country, I'm sure. And dogs. My dog can't be around
My
fireworks.
cat hates fireworks.
Yeah, my dog hates any loud noises.
That's true. All right. that
I
makes
feel
sense.
like it's not being born in America that makes you an American. It's truly believing in the spirit of the nation, right? You can be from anywhere, and if you come here and you truly embrace it, and you be kind to your fellow American, and you do good, then in my books, you're an American.
Huh.
And you can enjoy whatever you want, do whatever you want, and it's cool, just as long as you keep the good tenets of being kind to your fellow American.
Yeah.
That makes sense. McLaren, do you agree with that? Do you have something else to add?
I mean, I agree with that. I believe that, but I don't think that people who come from other countries and like they become American citizens. I'm ecstatic if you love America. I love America too. Something we have in common. It's great, but I don't feel like that should make you ashamed of where you originally came from.
Oh, no. You can be proud of two different countries.
Yeah.
I feel like
There's nothing wrong with
every country warrants pride, but there's no reason you shouldn't be proud of where you are if you have a reason to be.
that. There are definitely some countries who are a little iffy, in my opinion. But like, if you look at history, like no country has been bad for the entire history of the world.
I can agree with that. That makes sense.
Like,
'Cause-
it's more about history than it is about where it is now. Because
Yeah.
soon this will be history, and then it'll just be another chapter in history, and we
Yeah.
can move on.
You know, because like you're not responsible for other people's choices and decisions. That's an important thing to notice. Like, just because your family believes one thing, or someone else believes one thing, your country believes one thing, you guys do one thing, it doesn't mean that you have to believe that. Being different is fine,
Yeah.
as long as you're doing it for a reason besides being different. That does frustrate me.
Yeah, that is
Being different
kind of
just to
annoying.
be different. That's
I feel like being different to just be yourself is different than being different just to be different.
yes.
Okay.
Choosing something completely outlandish because you want to be away from
Because
the
you want to
crowd,
be outlandish.
That's
different.
That's not all right.
But here's a message to the people who are trying to be different just to be different. It's way harder to be similar. Don't you think?
Just be
Oh, yeah.
yourself,
It's
man.
so much harder to be like everybody else. Like I would have to try really hard to be like anybody else around me. Like it's just easier to just do what you want to, and the extent that the law allows, and have fun.
No matter what our personal beliefs, for now we are going to advocate for the law because we don't want anybody getting in trouble because you need more time
Yep.
to enjoy who you are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
and also,
message from
breaking
growing
the law
together.
ain't nice.
Yeah, message
Right.
from growing together. Don't break the law. Be proud of where you're from, and just be a good person and enjoy it. Enjoy it all. Enjoy all your life because that's the point.
And black olives are really good on pizza.
And if you're in jail, you're definitely growing down. And also, don't be proud of the Sugandese people. Don't be proud of them.
Don't even start.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
I was thinking to put you as co-host, and you've lost
No,
it. You've started with that. and
I've been
now
wanting
it's
to say
gone.
that for so long.
Am I,
Oh,
am I
darn.
still a candidate for co-host?
You're still a candidate.
Heck
Darn.
yeah.
Alright,
Heck
alright.
yeah.
So, yeah, just beer's awesome. Enjoy it, guys. It's worth it. I want to make a. You want to make a quick statement about I just completely lost my train of thought.
Sorry, I put a bunch of gross synonyms in front of it.
Yeah,
And
Hale's being distracting.
I looked down
That's why
to
he
see-
can't be co-host.
Luxuriate and mount right next to each other, and I was just, yep, okay, cool. And I
Yeah.
looked completely
You're
lost.
getting taller together.
Oh yes, what I was going to say was something along. Yes, all right. So, work is important, but the reason you should work should be to be able to do things you want to do. Work so you can go to the Grand Canyon. Work so you can get a sports car that you want to race in. Don't work so you can. Your value of work should be about how much fun you have in life, not how much you have or how accomplished and rich you are. Honestly, opinion, being rich is kind of dumb because you have money that you could be having fun with and enjoying your life with, but you're just sitting on your back pocket with it.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you're like Scrooge, and you've got like a big pile of coins you can swim around in. He seems to enjoy that.
I think
So
you
I
mean
guess.
Scrooge McDuck specifically.
Yeah, Scrooge McDuck.
There's like a lot of different Scrooges.
Darn, that's what I meant.
All right.
Yeah.
Not a problem with being rich, but personally, yeah, as long as you have a cushion in case something goes wrong financially, you should be spending that on having fun and maturing as a person.
And if you've got everything you want, why not donate to charity? And people can use it.
Charity, I'm not gonna lie, is sick. Charity is poppin'. Charity is a great thing because charity helps people who don't have something get something. And that's
Exactly.
cool. As long
You
as
know-
charity is not forced, then it's not charity.
Yeah, just absolutely popping. Just
Absolutely poppin'. I'm a big fan. McLaren, are you a big fan?
I'm a huge fan of charity, but I mean when I get older I would love to be rich because personally I work just so I have money to eat with my friends.
Yeah.
And go to the fair.
Yeah.
And just do stuff with my friends. I want to have money to have what I want, but more importantly, have amazing, hilarious stories and great experiences with people I care for.
Yes.
That's more what I would like to invest in. But I do feel the need to have nice things and to be happy with
Yeah.
where I'm living and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
I guess the moral we're trying to get across is that you need to work to live, not live to work.
yeah.
That's the best way we can say that.
Yeah.
And if your work is just keeping you from living, find a way to fix that. And if you're not enjoying something, find a way to work it out. I believe in you.
But also, make sure that's really what you want, right? Because just quitting your job because you want to go to the park,
Not
I
the
mean,
play.
that's not the play.
Yeah.
Right?
Think about the long game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Think about things in the long run.
Yes.
You might not like the job you have now, but it might be helping you get to a position where you could be at your dream job. Just really just be careful with job stuff and financial stuff. Be careful, be in the know about where your money is going and what you're doing with it, because it's really important in the long run that you have certain things set up for your financial safety and possibly a family's financial safety, specifically yours if you choose to do that. But it's important to be able to be financially safe.
Yes, be financially stable, but only financially stable enough that you're gonna make it. Don't stockpile money you're not gonna use.
Don't
Don't
listen
be
to them. It's
impulsive.
okay to be rich.
Don't be
It's
impulsive.
okay to be rich,
alright?
but it's more okay to grow yourself and mature as a person. Grow together, people. Mature together.
Grow together.
Mature together.
Cultivate together.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm not gonna change the name of the podcast, but I'm definitely gonna use that.
Flourish together.
Yes, I love it. You see, maybe Hale's back on the opportunity of people who can get on the podcast because he's using big words.
Yeah, but you guys should totally DM the Instagram account for this podcast and vote. Who do you want to be the co-host? Hale or me?
That
And
is
I'm
definitely true.
McLaren Katie. I'm decent. I'm not gonna have anything.
I'm Hale Voss, and I'm probably worse than McLaren.
I'll make a post. I want you guys to comment on it who you want, either Mac, Hale, or both of them.
Yeah,
That's
who's-
completely an option at thegrowmason on Instagram. Or if you don't have Instagram, go ahead and email me at thegrowpodcast@gmail.com. After we finish plugging, I think that's going to be it for today. I want to thank you guys for listening. We had a blast making this. I
Yeah.
hope you guys had a great time listening to it too. All in all, past the ramble, past the talk, this is about really being who you are as a person and enjoying it. Value yourself and live the best life you possibly can and be yourselves in the best way. Thank you guys for listening.
Go out and plant a tree. It's good for the environment.
Plant a tree. It's good for the environment.
Yep.
Who knows? Maybe you'll become a botanist.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it, guys. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.